Babylon. Kung bago pa lang po kayo dito sa podcast ko, welcome. So ngayon po, may bago na naman tayong guest and for sure matututo po tayong lahat dahil, tayong mga Pilipino, hindi natin to madalas pag-usapan. Well, kung madalas pag-usapan to sa bahay ninyo, sobrang lucky mo. And sa amin kasi, like, alam mo yun, yung curiosity, ngayon na lang siya na parang na dumarating kasi nga I suck at it. Like, so managing nito. So, pag-uusapan natin ngayon ang finances. So, basically, may mga mistakes ka na ginawa mo, right? But first, guys, we wanted to know more about you, for sure. Our audience wants to know more about you. So, can you tell us about yourself? A little bit, your background, like paano ka napunta dito sa Canada, and then ilang kids meron ka, and then yung relationship mo din ngayon.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
no, thank you, Rose. I migrated here in Canada with my ex-husband and
Yes
my
po.
2 kids nung 1999 pa.
Okay
Oo,
po.
Sa BC kami dati.
Yeah.
And then
So that was like 26 years ago.
yeah,
Okay.
26 years
Okay.
ago.
So
ganun.
madami experience si Miss Janet, guys. 26 years in Canada. Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, and then 26 years nga doon, here in Canada, and then retired nurse na ako.
That's amazing.
Thank God. Registered nurse, and then ngayon I'm now doing this financial advisor. I think I went to be a financial advisor because parang matatransfer ko din yung being a nurse, like yung mga skills ba?
Yes,
To
yes.
helping people. As
Yeah.
a nurse, I know that you
Yeah.
were a nurse too.
I agree.
Parang helping people is similar also with the financial advisor. So I think I found like my passion to
Yeah.
help people. I
Yeah.
always like helping people, caring for people in a different way, this one. Tapos
Yes.
nga, yung sabi ko sa iyo, I'm now I've been with my husband for like 18 years. We're blended marriage. I have my 2 kids
Yes po, yeah.
of my own, and he has his own 2 kids too.
Okay.
It's good.
So basically po, you remarried, right?
Oo, yeah.
Okay po.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just so you guys know, like nung pumunta si Miss Janet dito, kasama niyo po yung husband niyo, but he passed away already.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Oo, yeah.
Okay, and then what happened po next?
When we came here in BC, it was really everybody has to struggle as a new immigrant,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
It's part of being in another country.
Yeah.
And then we have family. I had to work, and unfortunately our relationship didn't work well. So
Yeah.
I got a divorce. The divorce itself was very stressful.
Yes.
I had to take care of my own children,
Yeah.
physically, financially. It was hard.
Yeah, but how old are your kids before?
My kids were like 6 years old when
When you arrived here,
Yeah,
yeah.
my kids
Yeah.
I arrived here like 1 year old.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
were twin boys. Yeah, so yung yung ang hirap kasi yung divorce, 'di ba? Na caused me a lot of pain, financial struggle.
Yeah. And it's stress too, for sure, because you like the kids alone. Like, how did you like navigate that, like with the transformation po sa bagong country, and then like relationship struggles, and parang patong-patong na lahat.
Oo, yun talagang ang hirap kasi that time wala ka pang network, wala kaming pamilya doon
Yeah.
sa BC. So mainly it's only me and my ex-husband, tapos I struggled. Thank God may maganda naman yung, kasi nga as a registered nurse, considered na maganda ang trabaho mo. Diba?
Yes, I agree.
of course, like many immigrants, nag-double job, gano'n. Siyempre,
Yes. That's normal, yeah.
oo, parang,
Para mas sustain yung pangangailangan natin dito
oo.
sa Canada
O
kasi dollars din naman po talaga yung labanan, right?
Oo,
Yeah.
dollars din talaga labanan. Tapos, siyempre emotionally wala kang pamilya, ay 'di
You don't
ba?
have support system that
Oo, kami
time.
lang nag-aalaga nung mga bata kasi
Yeah.
ang mahal din magpa-daycare nung time na yun.
Yes.
Walang support na daycare. So, talagang ang very hard, it was very hard. You just have to siguro dahil Filipino and also I came from a poor background in the Philippines, 'di ba?
Yeah. When
So,
we say poor, what made you say that po?
poor talaga na wala kaming ilaw, wala kaming tubig, running water, 'di ba? Tapos
Yes
yung
po.
at the beginning, tapos talagang muddy yung namin place,
Oh, okay
gano'n. Parang
po.
squatter area. I
Yes.
don't know if you know about, siguro marami ding Pilipino na
Makaka-relate,
makaka-relate
yes.
na talagang squatter area
Pero
ba?
like, if you say kasi squatter, you live po sa Manila, yung mga ganyan, hindi po kayo sa province?
Oo, sa Quezon City kami,
Oh, okay,
oo. So,
okay. Yes
alam mo
po.
naman yung dati yung mga
Yes.
squatter area do'n parang talagang kung saan ka
Opo.
lang put ng house mo, 'di ba?
Yes.
So, yun talagang mahirap. So, siguro dahil,
Nasubukan niyo talaga yung mahirap talaga
oo,
na
so nung
buhay.
pumunta kami dito, parang you just have to survive, struggle. Kumbaga
Yes
yun
po.
nasa mo na yun inner self mo,
Yung
'di ba?
survival mode talaga, right?
Oo,
Yeah.
yeah,
And,
survival mode.
but will you like, how do you compare yung life mo before when you were in QC compared when you were like, when you arrived here in Canada? Though it's both hard,
Uh-huh.
like, paano niyo po siya ikukumpara sa isa't isa? Like,
Ah,
may progress ba when you were here in Canada compared sa QC? Yung QC nga sobrang hirap. Like, how did you navigate that?
oo. Yeah, yung sa QC talagang, oh yeah, ang hirap. Pero at least meron akong family doon. Di ba
Yes.
yung mga grandparents ko.
Oh, you
Tapos
have the
yung
support
mga,
system.
oo, di ba?
Yeah.
Kahit mahirap, kumbaga masaya pa rin. Tapos meron kang
Oh.
relationship with your family. Pero yung sa Canada, although you have the material, also the money,
Yeah.
na siyempre mas malaki kinikita mo. Pero yung wala kang support system, 'di ba? Wala kang
And
support.
iba yung happiness kasi, 'di ba?
Oo,
Pag
yun.
kasama mo yung surrounded ka with your family or yung nakalakhan mo na talaga.
Yeah,
It's another adjustment, like everything, food, like
yeah.
environment. Yeah, but as you mentioned, it's better when it comes to yung mga material stuff, right?
Oo,
And
yun.
I think then alam mo yung mga basic needs.
Oo, yeah,
Right? You
yun.
can afford it like compared in the Philippines, right? It's harder to afford kasi may kailangan ka pang paglaanan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sinabi mo yun, tama ka dun. Kasi nga yun, parang naisip ko na lang yan ngayon na sabi ko, yeah, at least doon meron yung mga support system, 'di ba? Yun ang
Yeah.
talagang nag-struggle ako, para akong lost yung first na nag-land kami sa BC, parang wala akong kaibigan, wala akong ganyan. Sa totoo lang, hindi ako sociable noon.
Yes.
Kumbaga parang isolated ka, 'di ba?
Yes.
Ang talagang network mo lang yung ex-husband ko, tas yung 2 kids.
Yeah.
And then tapos trabaho ka pa ng trabaho, 'di ba? Paano ka
I
magge-gain
agree.
ng
Yeah.
social network? So, it was hard, but I think because na yung background ko nga na poor, tapos
Yeah.
kumbaga nag-survive yung talagang you have that, I have my inner survival skills. Ganun.
Yeah. So parang sabi ko, yung QC nga na nakaya ko, yung QC na life nga nakaya ko, eto pa kaya.
Oo.
Right.
Oo.
Na pag magtatrabaho ka, I can really like afford pretty much everything. Ano ang paniniwala mo noon tungkol sa pera na binago ng personal mong karanasan? I think, yung Janet before knowing yung ngayon na financial advisor kayo. Ano yung mga experiences nyo na nakapagpabago na para, I have to do this now pagdating sa pera?
Okay. Yeah, yung basing on my personal experience, yung dati ang akala ko being in Canada, of course, we have access, no? Kasi meron tayong credit card. Wala naman yan sa Pilipinas dati, di ba?
Yes. And they're only like they're giving it to you so easily.
Oo,
Diba?
sinabi mo, yeah. Siyempre, pag may trabaho ka, parang ino-offer lagi ng bangko na,
Yes.
increase your credit limit. Tapos, may mga application, apply ka
Yeah.
lang na apply, di ba?
Yeah.
And then, yun ang parang, sabi ko, yun yung nabago talaga na, even though I have this unlimited parang access, kumbaga easy access to
Yes.
credit, dahil nga sa experience ko na yung nabaon ako sa utang kasi nga due to divorce, and siyempre yung experience,
Yes po.
living beyond my means,
Yeah.
living beyond my paycheck, parang naisip ko na, I mean, you don't have to access all these credit cards or increase limit or be in debt.
Yes.
Kasi it ended up na put me in a lot of stress, you know. Kasi nabaon. Kasi hindi naman nakikita ng tao yun eh.
I agree. You can basically like fake it, like 'di ba po na parang I'm okay.
Yeah.
Ganyan like, but like inner self mo, like it's saying na you're not because you suck at this, and you're still like depriving that inner self na okay lang kasi wala namang nakakaalam.
Oo.
Pero like kailan ka nagkaroon ng realization na I have to do something about this?
Oo.
Kasi marami na akong utang. Kailan po yun? Parang kailangan ko gawan ng paraan. Like, kasi yung iba, sinasantabi na lang eh. It's fine kasi sabi naman nila walang nakukulong sa utang dito sa Canada, right? But like, yung realization talaga na, andyan yan and I have to do something, and you see it as a problem that you need to solve. Ano po yung parang yung match nyo, matchstick na parang nag-light doon na, I have to do something.
Oo. Siguro yung na-realize ko yung talagang nakita ko na lang yung bill ko. Hindi alam nung husband ko na ngayon na yung Canadian na marami pala akong utang. Tapos kasi ang weird thing sa amin kasi as mixed couple, kasi may anak din naman siya.
Yes.
So, separate yung namin, pag-manage namin ng
Finances.
That's the truth.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, because yung Pilipino, di ba, parang shared. Yung
Yes.
karamihan.
Yeah.
I don't know now. But,
Yeah.
so parang hindi niya alam na, kumbaga pag nagyayaya siya na, mag-travel tayo, hindi niya alam na nilalagay ko lang pala sa line of credit, ganyan. Kumbaga nagpe-pretend ako na may pera.
Yes.
So, even though I was working 2 jobs, nagpa-pile up yung bills, di ba?
Yes.
Tapos kasi nga yung expenses.
Yung interest din.
Oo,
It's
di ba?
painful.
Compound interest pa yun. Siyempre, tapos yung sa mortgage ko, I was already paying 16 years, 20,000 lang pala yung nadagdag ko. Kasi nga, marami pa rin akong bills na, and then I keep, parang ko yung parang home equity, yung parang nag-remortgage.
Yes po, yeah.
Wala naman kasi sa akin, nag-advise sa akin noon. Kumbaga, tinitingnan ko lang, may offer na home equity.
Yes.
Okay, why
Hindi
not?
mo alam kung tama ba tong benefit na to, or do I have more options when I do this and rather than doing this, di ba? Sometimes people take advantage of you too, guys. Like, you have to see your options. Kasi tignan nyo nga si Miss Janet, hindi niya alam na parang, okay, yung kung ano yung ino-offer sa kanya, sige lang. Kasi yun yung in-offer. But you're not knowledgeable what is the offer really, di ba? Yung ano ba talaga? Meron pa ba akong ibang options, di ba? And paano nyo po ni-navigate yun after?
Yeah, so sabi ko nga, tapos nag-usap kami nung husband ko nga, sabi ko, I'm already this debt. Parang lagi ako na-stress, talagang very grumpy.
Yung peace of mind mo wala na din.
Oo, very grumpy ka na. Tapos parang I was just treading water financially. Like, sabi ko, this is not worth it. That was the time na okay naman na yung mga bata, natapos na yung yung my twins. They already had like a good education, tapos na sila, and then they wanted to move out. Sabi ko, there's only 2 of us right now. Sabi ko, bakit hindi na lang natin ibenta yung bahay kasi nga may equity na. Sabi ko, kasi hindi ko naman, I don't see myself paying this mortgage.
Yes.
And then continue working.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, I went out of my comfort zone kasi ang parang expectation sa mga Pilipino, usually, di ba, comfort zone is mag-retire ka dun sa job mo.
Yeah.
Kumbaga,
Or even like you have this big house, you have this, should be like luxurious cars. Yung mga ganun po. Like everything na nakikita ng tao. Diba? But deep talaga, hindi mo na pinifix talaga kung ano yung problema.
Oo, yun nga, parang sabi ko, yeah, I was like, sabi ko sa husband ko, I can't, there's no way I can pay this mortgage. Like,
so yung realization po is, like the debt is really stealing your peace of mind. Because you mentioned you were stressed, like seeing it like every time na it's ganito na lang balagi.
Yeah, and
then what happened po next?
Yeah, yun nga, dumating sa point na sabi ko, oh yeah, the kids are gone, we should, just sell it and then move to another province, na mas affordable kasi BC was very expensive.
Super expensive.
Yeah, getting expensive. I mean, it's not...
Tripled, I think, yung prices ng houses doon, right?
Oo, yeah. And parang, and also, I mean, the quality of life here is almost the same naman, di ba?
Yes.
So sabi ko, and then he was okay with it, and then he said, oh yeah, because of our kids already, they're pretty much independent, why not, right? So, yung umana talaga kami sa comfort zone, nag-retire siya sa job niya, he had the job for 30 years. Parang ako din ang nag-push sa kanya noon na sabi ko, get out, let's just take the leap of faith. Sabi
I love
ko,
that.
diba?
Yeah.
Sabi ko, so yun, sabi niya, okay. And then, buti naman ang lumipat kami dito kasi nga mayroong na kaming cash, nakabili kami ng... So we're basically mortgage-free, debt-free. So sabi ko, yun yung realization na nakita mo na lagi kang stress, lagi kang grumpy because you have to work, piling up yung bills.
Yeah, or yung debt na lang, parang doon ka na lang, parang, alam niyo yun, parang siya na yung nag-steal talaga ng peace of mind mo. Siya na lang yung kumukuha nung pinaghihirapan mo lagi.
Yeah.
So at least, yung realization na, I have to do something about this.
Yeah, yun nga
umabot
parang...
ka sa point na yun.
Yeah, yung acceptance na talagang hindi mo... Yun ang first na sabi mo na acceptance na meron kang problema. Di ba kahit naman sa
I agree.
Di ba kahit na alcoholism or drug problem. Everything.
It starts in you talaga. Rather than shoving it, everything under the carpet and then magpa-file na lang sila lahat dyan. And then pag sumabog ka, sinong kawawa? Di ba ikaw din lang, yung sarili mo din lang.
Yeah. So, yun talaga. Acceptance is the first.
I adore you, ate, for, saying that. Because not all people, they have the guts telling that, I suck at it. Na parang, sabi ko nga din sa asawa ko, like, di ba kaya, sabi ko, it's a blessing in disguise siguro, kasi nga, lahat tayo matututo regarding this. Kasi even I am, like, I'm not, like, super expert with finances, and I'm still learning up until now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
walang galing. Yeah. Guys, so, if you wanna be, like, debt-free, it should start in you. Yung acceptance na sinasabi ni Ate Janet, that's really true. Rather than, it's letting your peace of mind na i-steal niya yon, 'di ba? Do something about it. May mga panahong tahimik ka lang pero sa loob mo ang daming pinagdadaanan. Anong madalas mong sinasabi sa sarili mo para manatiling matatag? Especially going back, like, nung kararating mo dito sa Canada, ang dami mong struggles, even the finances and stuff like that. Paano mo pinapanatiling maging matatag in, behalf of the struggles that you're experiencing?
Okay. Yeah, siguro nung time na yun, ang talagang naging drive lang sa akin. Sabi ko, kahit mahirap to financially, yung yung buhay natin doon, yung buhay ko pala. Yung sa anak lang, yun lang naging parang sabi ko, I have to keep going na to better my life, better my finances. Yung sa mga anak para makatapos sila and maging independent, and then you have that peace of mind na at least okay sila, di ba? Parang I help them or parang fulfilled as a mother, di ba?
And you can also pass on yung, alam niyo po yung knowledge regarding like sa finances or your experiences sa mga anak niyo. Para nang sa ganun, like, matutunan na nila sa inyo yun at an early age, right?
Yeah. Yun nga rin yung unfortunately, yung mga anak ko din nagkaroon ng problema din sa finances.
Yeah.
Kasi nung time na yon hindi sila nag-open up sa akin. So, na-change din yung namin, yung relationship through that, di ba?
Yes,
Nung nag-open up sila na ano rin pala sila, ewan ko, napamana ata yung debt
Yeah.
problem. Parang naging debt, ano rin sila, debt and debt. And then, so sabi ko, na ano pala, parang, fortunately, I had already the money to help them out. You know?
Yeah.
And then, good thing, parang na-instill sa kanila na they have to manage their debt also.
Yeah.
So they reach out na, maganda na they reach out, they just not keep paying the interest, just only interest. I think one of them was already paying 1,600 a month for the interest. Kasi,
plus mortgage pa kung may bahay,
oo,
plus kotse.
diba?
Ang laki.
Ang laki talaga. So sabi niya, Ma'am,
Yeah.
I cannot do this anymore. I'm just
Yeah.
paying interest.
I agree.
So sabi niya, at least he reached out, di ba? Na sabi ko, I'm gonna help you. Of course, I'm your mother, right?
Yeah.
And fortunately, I was in a better position that time. And then, so yeah, it's just reaching out, accepting that you are struggling. It's the best way to manage the situation, especially debts.
Yes. Ang galing. And then, you mentioned pa po na mas parang naging close nyo pa sila with that, right? Yeah, kasi
Naging
nung
close.
nag-open sila. And yun nga talaga, like, alam mo yun, like, minsan, nahihirapan kang mag-open up. Kasi nga, you think na parang iba yung approach, diba? But at least, in a positive side, mas nag-communicate pa kayo ng mga anak nyo for that.
Oo, yeah.
And natuto din sila at the same time. It's a win-win.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that came out, and that was the really a really nice result of that debt, kasi nga nag-open up, 'di ba? And your relationship got better.
That's amazing. Okay.
Kung may isang toxic money habit kang nabitawan, ano ito at paano mo to na-overcome?
Well, I wanna learn that. Kasi when we say like sa money talaga, and for sure, pag yung mga friends nyo, hindi nyo to pinag-uusapan, matututo tayong lahat dito. Ano yung mga habit na yun bilang isang Pinoy? Kasi, tayong mga Pilipino talaga, sometimes nahiya tayo na pag-usapan to. But let's learn from Ate Janet's experience. So, ano po yung mga yun?
Yung coming from a poor background nga, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Parang nung pagdating dito, parang gusto mo lahat material, 'di ba? Parang to fill your kinda void, 'di ba?
Yes.
Yun ang naano ko, sabi ko, na-accumulate nung binenta yung bahay. Ay, ang dami ko palang na-accumulate. Hindi ko alam na ang dami ko pala nito, ganyan. Tapos,
and you don't usually use it naman.
yeah, oo, di ba?
Parang nakaka-relate kami dyan. Hi, babe.
And then, sabi ko, ganun pala yun. Tapos, ang hirap i-dispose, di ba?
Yes.
Yung time na i-dispose mo na. To, sabi ko, parang na-embrace ko na yung minimalism. Like,
Yes.
I don't buy. I mean, when I want to buy something, I said, do I really need it or just want, right?
Yeah.
So, ito rin yung in-instill sa akin ng husband ko. Yeah, kasi also he came from a poor background here in Canada.
Yeah.
And he was like, he lost his mother at a young age. So when I met him, he's very frugal.
Oh, when it comes to like money and
Oo,
stuff.
yeah. Frugal na, hindi naman cheap. Like
Yes.
frugal lang, di ba?
Yeah.
So there's a difference there.
Yeah.
And then, so sabi niya, yeah, we just embrace minimalism, and then yung the less stuff, which is good kasi you have more space, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you usually use your stuff that you really needed to use.
Exactly, yun nga. Ang dami.
Rather than ang daming clutter.
Yeah.
Ay, parang yung sarili ko ata yun.
Yeah. Kasi nga, di ba?
Pero may realization, right?
Oo,
Yeah.
na-realize ko na, sabi ko, yung balang mga material na yun, hindi pala importante mo. The more yung value ng yung experiences, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi nga, we were like, after our kids move out, we've been traveling, me and also my husband, in this place, Nicaragua.
Yes.
Actually, we have an apartment there that we bought.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so-
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And then, parang na ko rin yung culture nila na use like appliances or use something like material.
Oh, yeah.
Unless use it to the best of it, like kasi nga yung resources dun different. Kasi poor
Yeah.
country din. Less resources. I mean, use those material things to the best you can until it croaks or until it's not functioning anymore. So
Yeah.
parang naano ko din yun na yung culture nila na sabi ko, ang ganda nung ganun kasi parang you don't have to replace get the newer version.
I agree.
Diba?
If it's serving the same purpose naman talaga, why would you get yung same na mas mahal pa? Sabi mo ng bago pero yung isa naman gumagana, mas mura. Di dun ka sa mas mura, right?
Oh, yeah. Yun nga,
And
yun,
you're
diba?
saving money as
Yeah,
well.
you're saving money. Kasi dati din ganun ako. Sabi
Yeah.
ko, iPhone version meron na 16.
Yeah.
I need to have, it's not really a need, but I want that,
Oh,
right? Diba?
yeah. That's
so,
true.
parang ngayon, kahit na iPhone 8 lang ako ganun or
Yeah.
iPhone 9, okay lang ako kasi it's the same, it's still functioning for
Yeah,
me.
and it's the same din lang yung makukuha mo di ba, purpose nito.
Oo.
Pagtawag, di ba, pag-email, mag-message, same.
Same.
Yeah, same din lang.
yes.
Walang pagkakaiba.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And we're saving planet Earth as well.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi like, we and my brother, like, pro kami sa thrift store din. Like, we
okay.
do it kasi nga, like, di ba, parang, sometimes I don't wanna like buy a lot of clothes. For what? Ilang beses mo lang gagamitin. And then, at least sa thrift store, like parang, alam mo yun, ginamit ng ibang tao and then mapapakinabangan mo din. And hindi na sila magpuproduce ng bagong clothes na naman, which is not sa planet Earth.
Oh, yeah, ang galing. Kasi,
Yeah.
yun nga, sa ako din, dati rin nung kasi hindi uso dati yung thrift store. Or sa Pilipinas, hindi rin uso yan dati.
Yeah.
Pero, ang husband ko pa na Canadian ang nagsabi sa akin, why don't you buy in thrift store?
Yes.
Sabi
yes.
ko, I don't wanna buy there. Like, para kang kasi yun yung culture dati sa Pilipinas.
Parang it's nakakahiya,
Oo,
diba?
diba? Nakakahiya.
Yeah.
Yun, ang dami siya sabi, saan ka bumili? Ganyan. Ba't di ka bumili sa ganito? Ganyan. Pero, you saved a lot.
Yes, you really do. And you save nga yung planet Earth
Oo,
din.
diba?
And even itong mga figurine po namin, like, so pinaint lang namin yan ng white. It's from thrift store. And may
Amazing!
bonding na kami ng mga anak ko. Pinaint lang namin yan. May bonding na kami. Nakatipid pa. And I think it's because of experience as well.
Yeah. Ang galing naman. Yeah, it looks,
Kasi parang minsan kasi parang when you really experience hardship, like magiging, alam niyo yun, part na yun ng solusyon mo kung, okay, eto, trinay natin to noon, hindi siya naging effective, mas gumastos pa, and then we
Yeah.
try this next time.
Yeah.
Kasi wala talagang magtuturo sa'yo kung hindi yung experience mo. And then i-honor mo na lang talaga yung sarili mo na, I suck at it.
Yeah.
And then until, okay, natututo ka every time. Na alam mo na kung saan mo bibilihin yung ganito kasi mas mura doon. Di ba po? Para, kesa yung parang you never, like, kasi yung failure din sometimes is your best teacher.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Oo, yeah.
Kesa yung nagdunong-dunungan ka and then never ka nang natuto.
Yeah, exactly, Rosemary. Yeah.
Ang galing. So, sa pagiging single mom mo or sa pagiging independent mo, kailan mo unang natutunan na humingi ng tulong? And how did it change your life? When it comes to finances po, like, kailangan ko na ng tulong for this one.
Yeah, nung yung na-realize ko na deep in debt na pala ako. Tapos, I was living a life na parang lie na travel dito, travel diyan.
Yeah.
Tapos, nilalagay ko lang pala sa line of credit.
Yeah.
Hindi mo tinitingnan na, you're just paying this amount of interest pala, di ba? And
Yeah.
then, na-realize ko na, why would I like live hindi naman, karamihan naman ng tao, if they see you na, maganda kotse mo, maganda bahay mo, malaki bahay mo, they don't care. I mean, for a moment, they will
Yes.
care, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, permanently, they don't
They
really
don't.
care.
Yeah.
They care about themselves, right?
I agree with that.
So, sabi ko, realization na I don't have to pretend na okay ako, na I had it all under control. Kasi,
Yeah.
just taking that step to realize na I'm in just treading water financially and it was the parang go signal na I have to take control of my debt now from now on. Yun ang na-realize ko kasi nga as a single parent I was just kasi wala yung although na-help niya ako sa expenses, but still yung sa kids ko, 'di ba? I still have to support them
Yes, I agree.
on my own. So it was it was really hard at the beginning, but just taking control of the debts helped me to
Yes.
stay to support my children through their education and to their independence too, right? So it was taking that control of the debts is very important. You have to really
Yeah.
look at your situation.
That's true, right? Rather than pretending. Yung sinabi niyo nga po na, okay, nagta-travel ako, like, it's okay, it's like that. Like, kasi sometimes, like, we tend to focus with what other people will say about us. Diba? But when you remove that frame talaga na, yung sinabi niyo nga po na parang they don't care na may malaki kang bahay. They don't really care. Like, at first, they do, sabi niyo kanina. And then, eventually, they don't.
Yeah.
Diba? Yung may realization ka na may peace of mind ka na, I have to live my life na wala akong pakialam sa sasabihin ng ibang tao. Like, out sila sa picture, it's just me right now. That I have to improve and I have to do something about it.
Yes.
Diba? So, nung meron ka ng realization na ganun, parang mas mo pa, na-enjoy mo pa yung life.
Oo.
And may mas natutunan ka pa at some point regarding your finances.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, yes, guys, like, it's a good advice na talagang wala po talagang pakialam yung ibang tao. It's just your mind sometimes that's controlling you, na feeding you something. And if you can shut that off, I think that's another skills then na kailangan matutunan ng mga tao.
Yes.
Yung thoughts.
Yeah.
Make sure yung positive yung papapasukin mo. And pag naano mo na, it's something negative, I have to like create something positive out of it.
Yes.
Ano yung isang advice na paulit-ulit mong naririnig growing up na ngayon ay hindi mo na pinaniniwalaan when it comes to finances? Or any advices?
Yeah, yung growing up, wala naman. Ayun lang, yung maganda na as a growing up in the Philippines, talagang inaano din nila na mag-ipong kasal ka siya ba, di ba?
Opo.
Yun, yung mga pakonti-konti. Pero, ang hindi ko na pinaniniwalaan kasi yung sa Pilipinas, parang that time, I don't know now, parang very sila sa brand name, gano'n.
Opo,
Oo, di ba? Parang kunwari, kung nakasuot ka ng Guess, I don't know, Coach or...
Mayaman ka na.
Oo,
Ganun.
parang,
I love that.
Yeah, di ba? Parang gano'n. Pero nung pagdating ko dito, yun ang maganda dito sa Canada. They don't care about, like, you will see Canadians, they don't wear any brand names or...
I agree.
Or they don't care about it. I mean, they're more on quality and... pero, I mean, there's nothing wrong of getting a car, I don't know, Tesla or Porsche.
Or whatever it is.
If you can afford it. Like,
Yes.
if you're not gonna be deep in debt.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's your money, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, we're here to like, learn kung paano natin siya i-manage correctly and yung hindi tayo magkakabaon-baon sa utang dahil lang what we're trying to please someone else.
Yeah.
Because of that. Like, yung parang, okay, I need to get a Louis Vuitton. So, I'll be, parang mukha akong mayaman. Ganun.
Oo, di ba? Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Kung may cash ka.
Yeah, if you can afford it, why not?
Yeah, why not? Pero kung ilalagay mo lang sa credit card, di ba?
I know.
Yeah, I mean, still you're gonna pay interest on the credit card. So
Yes.
yung price nung Louis Vuitton is gonna go up more, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the money, why not?
Yes,
Diba?
why not?
Kung talagang gusto mo, di ba?
Oo. Kasi it's your money naman at the end of the day.
Yeah, yun.
But what we're saying is that, like, well, at least you have to control talaga, di ba? Like, yung sabi nyo nga, ito ba wants or needs?
Oo,
diba?
yeah.
But if nakakaluwag-luwag ka naman and you have the money, why not?
Why not, di ba?
Shopping spree.
Yeah. Oo nga, di ba?
Yun lang po yun. Hindi namin minamasama kung nakasuot ka or nakagamit ka ng whatever brand that it is that you're having right now. But at least, when it is, yung wants at saka needs.
Oo.
Diba? You can separate it.
Yeah. Kasi nga, na-notice ko na hindi mo na, you don't keep track of your spending habits na, accumulate na
Yes.
not knowing
Kung
na.
saan na napupunta po, no?
Oo, di ba? Kasi,
So, do you have like basis? Like, how do you like manage your finances? Like, basically, for example, I only have this much for this month, diba? So, it's allocated to this, it's allocated to that. Like, how was it? Like, your system, how do you systemize your finances, basically?
Okay.
Kunyari, kung may paycheck ka, for example, guys, 3,000 per month. Like, how do you systemize it? Ito mapupunta dito. Do you feed your bank account right away for your savings? Or how? Okay. So, Miss Janet, please answer that.
Okay. Yeah, usually as an advisor, ang advice ko, kunwari, ka ng paycheck, yung at least 10% sa emergency fund. Kasi emergencies come up, like break yung, hindi na gumana yung car mo.
Yeah.
Kailangan mo yan, di ba, to repair or anything emergency in your house, ganun. 10% kailangan talaga i-spend,
Nakalagay sa
put
emergency
away.
fund.
Oo,
Yeah.
kailangan may emergency fund ka. Tapos, syempre, take yung ilista mo lahat ng spending mo, kung kumbaga mortgage, credit card debt, what else, food, kailangan talaga nililista mo yan para alam mo.
Yes.
Saan napupunta yung
Yung expenses
mo. Kasi kung hindi mo nililista, hindi mo makikip track, 'di ba?
Yeah, I agree.
And then it will hindi mo siya
Kung saan napupunta, right?
Oo, ang dami na pala. Ang dami ko na palang credit card debt, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So, 10% usually sa and then
Okay, how do you lock in your emergency fund? Like, for example, like, hindi naman siya emergency, but okay, I wanna, alam niyo yun. So, paano mo pinipigilan yung sarili mo na parang, oh, okay, may pera ka kasi. Pag nakikita mong may pera ka, may pera pa ako. And then, gusto mong gastusin. Paano mo siya, like, gagawa ng paraan na parang, ano yung isa-set mo sa mindset mo not to spend it? Because you know that nakalaan yun sa emergency fund eh.
Oo.
Yeah.
Usually, ang advice ko sa mga tao kunwari, ilagay mo na yan sa parang savings account na hindi mo pwede easily access. Kumbaga, ilagay mo sa TFSA or RRSP.
Okay, yeah.
Usually, TFSA, para hindi ba yung debit card na very easy to access?
Yes, na-transfer mo lang, nakuha mo na.
Oo. And also automatic debit na kukunin ng account from checking to that savings account para hindi mo na iniisip, meron na pala akong 10%. Every month you already have that automatic debit, which is good, di ba? Ngayon sa technology, pwede nang i-transfer automatically. Kumbaga, you have to set it and forget about it, right? And
okay, yeah.
So, at least, meron ka na and then just...
Hindi mo na mamalayan.
Hindi mo na mamalayan.
Na pala.
Meron ka
That's
na pala.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, it shouldn't be like easily accessible for you to withdraw or something.
Yeah, usually put it in
galing.
savings.
Yeah.
Kasi, di ba yung sa savings, hindi mo pwedeng i-debit yan agad or you have to do another step para ma-access mo yung pera.
Yeah. At least may second thought na, gagawin ko ba to? Kasi kung gagawin mo, lulukuhin mo yung
Oo
sarili mo.
yeah, diba? Yeah, pero kailangan mo na
Ang
talaga.
galing. I love that. Yeah.
And also, I advise people na kailangan isipin na, the earlier, the better na mag-save sila for their retirement. Diba?
Yeah.
Kasi, a lot of people say, I'm still young, I don't need those, to think about that. Pero the earlier na nagtithink sila to save for their retirement is the better kasi they have the time frame.
But yeah, so eto na po. I have a question because one person told me like about saving something. So when she was diagnosed with a illness, so she mentioned that hindi na siya naniniwala sa savings because like tomorrow is not a promise. Ano po yung masasabi niyo about that?
Oo nga, yeah. Sasabihin nga nila.
I'm having goosebumps right now.
Living for the moment, di ba?
Yes.
Merong mga tao na ganyan, pero dati rin ganyan ang mindset ko. Sabi ko, tomorrow is not, di mo alam kung ma-aksidente ka pala dyan. Pero, I mean, if you wanna leave a legacy for your kids, for your family back home, it's still worth it na mag-save ka kasi kung
Kahit papaano.
kung if you care about someone, there's a thing there, kung magsisave ka, pwede mong ilagay sila as beneficiary, right?
Okay.
So, yung legacy ba na maiiwan
Ang amazing.
mo, diba?
Okay, yeah. It's not about doing it for yourself, but it's doing for your family or your legacy.
Yeah, your legacy. It doesn't have to be family. Kung meron kang charity na gusto mong iwanan, o di ba? Kasi hindi lang naman, I believe na hindi lang naman tayo nabubuhay dito just for ourselves, di ba?
Yes,
also for other, di ba? So, pwede mong i-leave yung savings mo for your kids, for your family members back home.
Yeah.
You just put a beneficiary. Yeah. So
I love her explanation about that. So, guys, tignan nyo, may kanya-kanya tayong point of view. And sometimes it's so good to hear yung point of view ng ibang tao. Nang sa ganon, may point siya. Tama nga yung sinabi niya. May point din naman yung isa. Pero like, I'm still the one who's gonna decide which route should I take.
Yes.
Because both works for both of them. Ang galing. Di ba guys, may basis na tayo? Diba? Ang galing kasi ng explanation nga naman. It's not about parang me now. It's about yung legacy ko nga. Ang ganda.
Yeah.
I love it. Ano yung win mo na hindi nakikita sa social media pero proud na proud ka?
Yung win na paaral ko yung mga anak ko as a single mother, di ba?
Yes.
Yeah, talaga win, saka independent na sila ngayon. Kumbaga, I don't have to worry about them. But of course, as a mom, you still worry kahit na independent.
I think it's a lifetime responsibility. Yan yung sinasabi nila sa mga pagdating sa mga anak.
Oo, kahit adult na sila, siyempre, inaano mo pa rin sila, wini-worry mo kahit hindi ka dapat mag-worry. But yeah, that's my proud tapos hindi ko naman sinasabi sa lahat na I don't have debts. Like I just okay ako, kumbaga okay na kami ng asawa ko, nakakapag-travel kami, hindi na namin nilalagay sa credit card, kumbaga.
Parang ang sarap ko sabihin na, I have my peace of mind.
Yung peace of mind na talagang wala ka nang inano, di ba? Even na mortgage, nakaka-stress yan sa tao, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi debt pa rin yan, pero sasabihin ng mga tao, it's necessary. But still, it's a debt. You still owe it to the Hindi naman 100% sa'yo yan kung hindi ka mortgage free.
Yeah.
Kumbaga meron ka pa ring utang. Kumbaga you still have to manage. Kumbaga make it a point na maging mortgage free as soon as possible. Kasi in the end, hindi pa rin completely sa'yo yung bahay kung meron ka pa rin utang dyan.
I agree po. Or even the student loan. I wanna talk about that too. Kasi most people parang nami-misconceptualize nila na parang, it's a good loan. Yes, it is a good loan, but it is a loan. And that you have to pay. Diba? Yung iba kasi, like, huwag mong tatakbuhan kasi gobyerno yung kalaban mo dyan.
Oo nga.
Yeah. And people think that way na they always like make an excuse para, alam niyo yun, na hindi masyado ganun ka valuable yung nila, yung parang guilt nila towards it. Diba? But that's still utang.
Oo.
Diba?
Utang pa rin yun.
Yes.
Kaya fortunately, yung mga anak ko walang utang kasi nakatapos sila sa really good university. Pero because I save for yung sana malaman ng lahat ng immigrant, especially new immigrant, na may mga na-program yung gobyerno, yung Registered Education Savings Plan.
That's amazing po. I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, pwede kumbaga kung mag-put ka ng $100, government will give you 20% each time na free money yan na 20. So, education plan yan ang naging na i-save for their education plan. So that was the parang good thing for my sons na wala silang student loan.
Amazing kasi 'di ba meron ding binibigay ng gobyerno na nila allowance nila, 'di ba? Like every month. Gamitin mo na lang 'yun, nanganganak pa ng 20%.
Correct.
And you're saving it for their future. Hindi lang for you, for them.
For them, yeah. Para hindi sila
amazing.
magkaroon ng student loan kasi nga
Yes. That's burden also for them.
For burden, yeah.
Yeah.
At least ano na sila na maging independent sila as soon as possible, like without thinking about their loans, right?
I agree.
So yeah, I really save up for their registered education savings plan. Most I think new immigrants don't know about it. Just reach out because this is a really good program from the government.
Yes, ang galing.
Kasi nga, yung sinabi mo nga, meron nang binibigay yung government.
Oo.
Why not give,
ilagay mo doon.
save it for your kids, right?
Yeah.
Kasi parang iniisip, like for me, I had that mentality too or mindset before na, I need this free money from the government, which is the childcare tax benefit. We have to spend it, I don't know, for their expenses, but actually it's for your kids, right? It's not for you. It's for that's why it's called child care tax benefit.
Yeah.
So it's for your kids. So better.
I learned something today po.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's better to save for them, for their education. Even though if they don't wanna pursue like a degree, they can use it for technical trade school.
Amazing.
Even they wanna study abroad, they can use that money. Yeah.
Ang galing. Yeah.
Most people don't know that. They think that, my kid doesn't he doesn't have the character or personality to study.
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know
until you're there.
Yeah, but also, as I said, trade or technical school also applies for this. They can use it. And also abroad if they wanna study abroad.
So any ano po yun, parang for example, any courses abroad?
Yeah,
like, wow.
They can access
some kids I know that they wanted to maybe go study in Europe or in the US, ganyan. Kasi may mga different nga na doon lang ino-offer na wala dito or mas advanced doon or mas maganda.
Pwede nilang gamitin.
May mga ganun,
Pwede nilang gamitin, basta may mga requirements lang na kailangan documents to
and
pass.
it's usually like 10% po yung itatap ng government. Like
20%.
So it's like inflation, ano rin.
Oo, inflation na,
Inflation proof. Kasi may 20% din eh. Kahit sabi mo na may inflation, pero may 20% pa din na ano. It's still a good thing rather than yung 100 na linagay mo, pero same pa rin yung value after sabi mo 100, hindi siya nanganak. Hindi yun maganda yung investment.
So mag-grow pa rin yun if you put it in the right vehicle.
And well, if you're gonna think talaga, hindi naman sa'yo nakalaan, but it's for your kids.
For your kids, So, yun talaga naka-help sa akin.
Ang galing, So it really exists because you're here like 25 or 26 years. Yeah, and then you started saving up for them for 26 years po?
Nung maliit pa sila, nung dumating na, I start like, I don't know, $50. And then, slowly, ini-increase ko. Di ba? Pag may extra money, di ba?
Opo, nilalagay nyo lang.
Kasi nga, yun yung iniisip ko, government will give me 20%. Di ba? Tumataas ng tumataas. So,
until like, yun na yung napagpaaral nyo po sa kanila.
Oo, yun na talaga. So,
and that's really a win, guys.
Oo, win talaga sa mga anak mo kasi hindi na sila ma-stress for student loans, di ba?
It's so amazing that yung win nyo po, it's not about myself, but it's about my kids. That's so sweet. Coming from a mom.
Thank you.
Kasi usually like when they say win, because this and that, it's about myself, but you. Honestly, like it's about your kids naman talaga at the end of the day. May mga bagay ka bang ipinagdasal noon na hindi mo nakuha, pero thankful ka na hindi nangyari?
Mga bagay na
parang it redirects you with something. Parang redirection siya. Buti na lang hindi ko nakuha kasi like mas maganda pala yung nakuha ko. Parang ganun.
Yung dati nung pagkatapos ko ng nursing sa Pilipinas, parang pinagdadasal ko na makatrabaho ko sa US, 'di ba? Kasi nandun yung nanay ko, hindi kami gaanong maganda yung relationship namin. Sabi ko gusto kong ma-reignite. Pero good thing na hindi pala ako nakapunta doon kasi parang I don't know, parang mas stressful ang life doon, 'di ba? Mas maganda yung nangyari sa pamilya ko, kumbaga sa especially for my kids, di ba? Parang here in Canada, parang mas gusto ko dito. Parang
I think, yep, and then the benefits as well, like sa healthcare nila dito, sobrang ganda din compared to the US. Well, guys, hindi po kami ha. Pero, yeah, yun lang naman yung naririnig ko na comparison. Like, yung healthcare system daw ng Canada, kasi it's free compared sa US that you have to pay insurance.
Oo, you have to pay insurance. And then, saka yung environment din, parang mas good here for di ba, for kids. Yun lang, parang, dati talaga gusto ko sabi ko, lahat ng ka-batchmates ko nasa US. Pero ako lang atang naligaw dito sa Canada. Pero good thing, it's also grateful for my ex-husband na nadala kami dito, Pero yun lang talaga pinagpe-pray ko dati. Pero sabi ko,
may redirection po talaga, diba?
Parang there was like a purpose for me here, diba?
To be here. Yeah, that's amazing. But if you were to now, will you magmo-move ka pa ba sa US?
No, I don't think so. Ang
ganda ng Canada
Ang ganda na dito.
Yeah.
Super ganda dito. Yeah. I'm now like appreciating everything kasi kasi hindi ka na nagwo-work gaano, 'di ba? Hindi na ako nagwo-work gaano. So
may ibang perspective ka na po, no? Parang mas, ganito pala. You're enjoying it more than before. Kasi nga sabi nyo nga po, like you have to work hard for your kids. And especially like for the struggles that you've been through.
Yeah. And also parang nakikita mo na maganda na pala dito yung environment. Just the environment and the programs of the government. Yeah.
Ano yung pangyayari na nagturo sa'yo kung gaano kahalaga ang disiplina kaysa motivation? Yung about sa money.
Talaga yung disiplina is very important. Kasi nga yung sabi nila yung small consistent actions, 'di ba?
Yes.
Especially pag sa save or paying off your debt, this is very important. Maging discipline ka na for every month you pay off your debt 500, I don't know, just for example.
Yes.
Or put away for savings 10% to 20%, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Small consistent actions will reap you a good harvest in the future, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So meron kang motivation pero hindi mo naman ka na disiplinado na gawin 'yun. Wala pa rin, 'di ba? I mean, the motivation is important, but I mean those actions that you need to pursue, 'yun ang very important.
Yeah, so action and discipline, it should be like together, right?
Yeah.
Even though you're motivated, pero like you still, like alam mo yun, like na ihuhugot mo yung emergency fund or something, yung mga ganyan. Wala kang disiplina, wala din lang.
Wala.
That's
Di
amazing.
mo maano.
Yeah. Ang ganda nun. So guys, intertwined, discipline and action, it should be together.
Oo.
Diba? Kesa yung motivated ka lang pero hindi mo na ina-actionan at wala kang disiplina. It's not gonna work.
True.
And it's not, sabi nga ni Miss Janet, hindi ka magkakaroon ng magandang harvest in the future.
Tama.
Amazing. Okay. Paano mo poprotektahan ang sarili mo ngayon mula sa comparison, inggit o pressure sa paligid?
Alam mo, lately ko lang yan na learn. Sabi ko, as a believer, parang pagka dumadaan pa rin, meron pa rin inggit, parang pag may nakikita ka, sana meron ako niyan. Meron tayong ngayon na sa mga Pilipino, sana all. Parang,
yes.
Diba? Of course, but parang sa'yo na, parang yun inggit. Pero parang sinasabi ko na sa sarili ko, I just bless them. That's so great that you're doing that, I kind of praying for them or that they continually get the blessing. That parang yun ang nag-work sa akin na maalis yung inggit ko. Instead of yung mind ko na sana meron akong ganun. Inaano ko na lang, continue to bless them with their life. Yun ang parang naalis.
Parang motivation na lang. And you turn it into positive way na lang.
Positive way na sabi ko, that worked for me. Parang hindi na ako na-offend or na parang I want more, I want to buy that, the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Parang continually bless them and continue to to pray for them. Parang yun ang naging ano ko.
Yeah, so you just use prayers na lang po, like to clear your thoughts
Yeah.
about yung mga inggit man or negative stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ang galing.
it worked for me. I think it will work for other people too.
Yes, yeah. So, yes guys, kasi may kanya-kanya tayong paraan. And then, yun lang talaga yung kailangan mo. I-audit mo yung sarili mo kung ano yung mag-work sa'yo at hindi. And then kung hindi, maybe like gawin mo na lang na, or tanungin mo, how do you afford this stuff? Diba? Ano yung ginagawa mo to save? Diba? Or maybe I can apply it to myself as well. Diba? Yung mga ganon, kaysa like i-turn it into negative side.
Yeah,
So may
correct.
kanya-kanya.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next one. Okay. Sa lahat ng natulungan mo, may ibang story na talagang tumatak sa puso mo. Pwede mo bang i-share when it comes to finances?
Meron akong family na tulungan na ano ba yung thinking na I look at them, they were like such a great family na walang problema, di ba?
Yes.
Yung pala nag-reach out na yeah, we are yun nga yung first yung acceptance, as I keep telling them, telling people that ganun pala yun, realizing nung nakita ko na yung finances nila na they were deep in debt.
Yeah.
So yung acceptance na mag-reach out, yun ang first step. So I was amazed na nabawasan, na coach ko sila na
Yes po.
na mabawasan yung debt nila and then save on other parts. Kasi hindi pala na nila nakikita eh. Hindi nila nakikita na gumagastos pala sila madami masyado sa ganito, sa ganyan, di ba? Sa car insurance, and then or anything like insurance, ang dami nilang nabawasan lahat yung burden.
Yes
So
po.
that was amazing na natulungan yung pamilya na yun kasi they were really struggling.
Yeah.
Pero hindi mo nakikita hindi mo
Yes
nakikita pa physically. Pero nung nag-reach out lang pala na very na pala sila, stress
Yes po.
about
And
that.
then they need like direction which route to take po, di ba?
Oo, kasi wala silang talagang knowledge.
Yes po. And then sabi nyo nga po, di ba, you must to have like system din, kunyari, and then ilista mo kung saan, o kagaya nung sinabi nyo, insurance po, di ba? O dito pala nagbabayad na kayo ng malaki sa insurance, maybe try to reach out sa ibang insurance company, baka mas mura yung nila. So ina-advise nyo po sila na ganun.
Oo, yun talaga ina-advise ko na, I mean, before getting any product anyway, like, as a business owner, you know this,
Yes po.
like mag-quote, di ba? Get at least 3 quotes.
Yes.
Even in financial products, you should reach out to at least 2 to 3 people to
Yes.
get the best deal. Like there's deals out there, but
Yeah.
you just don't know if you don't reach out to people,
I
right?
agree, and you just need to find the right one that suits your needs.
Yeah, that suits your need,
Yeah,
right?
ang
Kasi I notice a lot of people are Filipino new immigrants.
Yes po.
They're getting they're paying too much on insurance, life insurance itself.
Yes
This
po.
family, they were paying $500 a month
For life insurance?
Oo. And they didn't even know what
Yung coverage.
yung coverage, yung contract, 'di ba? Yung kumbaga parang
Ang laki.
yun ang din fault sa atin mga Pilipino. Minsan, especially yung immigrant, nagtatrust tayo agad, 'di ba?
Yes, without consulting or without even figuring out kung ano ba talaga yung
Oo.
laman nung ino-offer sa
Oo,
atin.
tapos hindi binabasa yung mga contract, nagsasign na lang. Yung fine print, especially the fine print,
Yes po.
hindi din nadi-disclose. Kailangan very yung you have to get the knowledge or information, so you
Yes
equip
po.
yourself with achieving yourself a financial plan, right?
Yes
So
po.
bigla na lang minsan nakikita mo ang laki-laking binabayad sa ganito pero hindi
Even
nila
sa
alam.
cars, yeah.
Mhm.
Paano po, yung sa cars po kasi, parang ang na-learn po din namin is that, kunyari, di ba, after a year, i-reach out ka nila, you can upgrade na. Parang ganon. And then yun pala, yung debt mo, nagpapatong-patong lang, parang may interest siya. And hindi nila dinidisclose sometimes yun.
Yeah.
And like, parang nalaman na lang namin yun based sa experience din ng ibang tao. So, maganda din minsan talaga na magtanong. Kagaya nga po nung sinabi nyo na lang po, 'di ba? Like sa insurances, na alam mo dapat yung naka-enclose kung ano man yung kinukuha mo na insurance.
Oo, kailangan talaga. Kasi maraming mga tao na hindi nga alam. Hindi nila alam kung ano yung coverage nila, ano bang included. Kasi ang insurance, very smart. Insurance companies, hindi ka bigla-biglang bibigyan ng mga perks, di ba?
I agree.
They're very good business
I agree po.
business-wise. So, kailangan at least 2 to 3 quotes bago ka mag-commit. And you have to learn yung anong nasa contract mo. Karamihan hindi nagbabasa. Ina-accept na lang yung
trust din po kasi, di ba, dun sa tao.
Yung trust. Pero wala namang masama kung magtanong ka eh. They shouldn't be offended if you ask questions, if you want to gain more knowledge. Kung talagang true sila na they want to help you or is this the best deal they're giving you, they should be open for conversation.
Because some people, they just want like to sell you something that you don't need. Which is sad.
Yeah. It's sad because alam mo, ang dami ng, I don't know if you know the budol.
Scams.
Nabubudol, di ba?
Yes, Yung ipapangakuan ka ng ganito, ganyan, tapos wala naman pala din.
Yun nga, yun. Yeah. There was like a family also that sometimes it's too late to back off in that contract, di ba? So, kailangan talaga gain more knowledge about the contract or the product before you.
Tama po. Kasi minsan like may time frame po yun, di ba?
May time
you're bleeding for the next 3 years just because of that contract.
May time frame. Tapos minsan hindi mo ma-realize na gano'n na pala na hindi ko na pwedeng i-withdraw ito. O kaya, especially life insurance, there's a certain age na hindi ka na healthy, kumbaga tataas na rin yung premium mo, di ba?
Opo.
So the earlier, the better na ma-review mo yung mga yon para pwede kang pwede mo naman kumbaga i-back off. Ba?
Yes po. Yeah, so just be smart, guys. Basahin niyo po yung mga kailangan basahin or magtanong. Hindi lang sa iisa, pero at least 3. Yeah.
Yun ang lagi kong sa mga clients. Hindi sila nagtatanong o nagbabasa.
Yeah, I think sa atin kasi mga Pilipino, we trust so much. Yeah. And sometimes like we don't tend to ask question kasi nga nahihiya.
Oo, nahihiya, 'di ba? Pero you have to equip. This is your life and this is your money that you're gonna be paying. Yun nga, ngayon ko lang na you have to be aware everything, whatever you're signing. You should, before I was like that too. Kumbaga, I trust the person, I just sign.
Pero ngayon, na talaga, lahat dapat.
Kailangan ibusisiin mo ba? Ganun.
Yes po, Okay, next question. Para sa mga single parents na dumaan ng matinding hamon ngayon, anong words of encouragement ang gusto mong ibigay?
Dahil nga as I told you na divorce ako, I mean, it was a situation na, syempre may story din siya, may story din ako. Pero, yun nga, sa akin lang yung being a single parent, you just have to focus more on yung sa children mo, di ba? To get them through life. That's what I did. And fortunately, I met another person na nag-support din sa akin. Pero not everybody will have my same experience. Sometimes you will meet another guy that not really supportive, but
or even mas worse pa.
Baka mas worse or it doesn't work for you either. Pero ang lang is just focus on your children kung meron kang kids, 'di ba? Yun lang talagang I got through with it because of my kids na I wanna them to have a better life. Yun lang. So as a single parent, also reach out financially. For me, financially reach out when you're struggling. Yun ang importante din, 'di ba? Kasi kung hindi ka magre-reach out, you don't know what to do, right? There's strategies para hindi kailangan na, also the time. I lost so much time with my kids because I didn't know what to do, right? Like, I thought the only thing that will get me ahead is doing double jobs, triple jobs.
Yung mag-work hard na lang.
Oo, pero may mga strategies pala. Ngayon ko lang na-realize na, I should have known this before. But now, we don't delve on the past, right? So, moving forward sa mga tao na ganyan, na doing 2 to 3 jobs pero may children kayo, the most important is spend time with your children. May mga strategies. So, you just have to reach out to the right person na mag-help sa'yo financially. Kasi yung lost time with your children, you cannot bring that back.
Yeah.
But yung money, kumbaga, merong mga paraan yan.
Money can solve money problem.
Yeah. So, yun ang gusto kong sa kanila na please spend time with your children. Kasi, yun ang na-lost ko talaga. Yun ang parang pinakaano ko na sabi ko, sana nakapag-spend time ako, hindi ako nagtrabaho ng masyado, diba?
Yeah.
Kasi, those times are parang gone na. Pero, fortunately, thank God, okay naman sila.
Yes po.
Yeah, okay naman sila. Kahit hindi ako nakapag-spend time masyado, ganun.
Yeah.
Pero yun lang talaga, as a single parent, please spend time with your children. It's the most important than your job, than your whatever you have, like than your house, than your car. Spending time with their children is the best.
Because it's their memories.
Yeah,
talaga.
the memories, and then your children will treasure it, Yun lang.
They always gonna thank you like for the time that's you're giving them rather than the material things that you're giving them.
Yeah.
Yung time talaga, yun yung maano nila, ma-appreciate nila at maaalala nila in the future.
Yeah. So I'm really amazed ng mga family na nag-spend time sa mga children. So amazed with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to move forward and
Yeah.
yeah.
At least we learn from Ate Janet, 'di ba? Yung mga dapat na pinagtuunan niya ng pansin. At least guys, maybe it might be your realization right now if you're in that stage, 'di ba? Na parang subsub ka masyado sa trabaho and you forget about the life that you have, like pag wala ka sa trabaho, which is your family or your kids.
Yeah.
Diba? Ang galing, because you mentioned about like, dapat like reaching out, like kasi may strategies you mentioned. Like financially talaga, like of course you're a financial advisor, diba? So yun nga yung maganda din dito sa Canada, and I hope that in the Philippines, they're gonna have that support system too. If you needed help with something na parang open hands ka nilang tatanggapin without judgment.
Yeah.
Diba, na hindi nakakahiyang humingi ng tulong.
Oo.
Yun. If yung realization and acceptance you have that, just reach the right people. And make sure guys, what you do is search yung background talaga if it suits you, that person. Diba? Kasi may kanya-kanyang experience, and then, maybe this person can really help me. Yeah. Ang galing.
Yeah, exactly. Kasi minsan, ewan ko, parang sa mga Pilipino, parang pag alam nila financial advisor, she's just gonna sell me life insurance or something like that. Yan ang misconception.
Yeah.
But a lot of, like me or my other colleagues, we just want to help you, like manage your finances. For me, it doesn't matter if you buy life insurance or not, or buy some investment. I just wanna help you.
I agree.
Yeah, pero ang misconception, parang parang umaano na yung mga Pilipino, ano yun lang yan, life insurance, ganyan. Hindi naman lahat ganon, di ba? May mga tao na ganon nga, pero meron naman tao na just gusto lang tumulong kasi yun ang profession, to help people financially, right? Achieve financial freedom. Pero parang misconception talaga yun. Yun ang parang naano rin sa akin. Sabi ko, bakit yung mga Pilipino ganito? Parang naisip lagi nila na someone will take advantage, which is it's a real concern, di ba?
Pero at least you clarify it right now. Guys, may mga tao talaga na alam niyo yung intention is to help other people. And you just have to find that. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Yung magre-resonate sa values ninyo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So sana may yung mga tao mas open-minded kasi regarding finances, kasi the more you get open-minded, the more you can get help.
Yes.
Yun nga yung acceptance. Yeah.
I agree.
a lot of people say that, oh, I'm knowledgeable already. But when you
Magaling
look,
na ako dyan.
oo, pero it's not, I mean, it's worth it to get another opinion, right? Especially from a professional or someone that studied it.
Yeah.
And also in my past, during my past, I got advice from people that were also broke. So the more that
You're asking it to the wrong person.
the more I got broke, right? So sabi ko, I should have, reach out for
the right people.
person.
Ang galing. Yeah.
Yung mga hearsay ba,
Yes.
ganon.
Yeah. So, importante yan, guys, so you don't waste your time.
Yeah, you don't waste your time, you don't waste your money.
Kung may oras kang makausap ang lahat ng bagong immigrants sa Canada in one setting, anong 3 bagay ang gusto mong ipaalala sa kanila?
Okay. Yeah, yun nga, yung sa mga, especially new immigrants, maraming there's like a financial or life insurance kind of mass as savings. Sana maiwasan nila yun or mag-reach out muna bago bumili ng ganyang product. Kasi may mga fine print na minsan hindi na i-explain ng maganda. So, if you reach out, the best na maintindihan mo itong financial product na to. Kasi it's like a life insurance mass as a savings plan.
Oh, okay.
Parang sinasabi nila, maganda to. Like, I'm already protected kung mamatay ako and then meron na akong savings. Pero it's not always the case. It's not always the case. So,
merong underlying pala
may underlying
loopholes.
So, maraming mga Pilipino na new immigrant hindi nga nila naintindihan kasi iba yung sa atin or walang life insurance sa atin. Basta iniisip lang nila, I'm gonna get protected then I'm also getting this savings. But it's not always the case. Ended up they pay more. Sana, yun nga, get 2 to 3 quotes from different insurance companies or different advisors before you do that. Sana wag muna sila mag-commit ng ganon. Kasi nga ang daming
naluloko.
Hindi naman naluloko. Maybe parang naku-confuse lang sila.
Okay.
Diba? Kasi it's still legal.
Okay.
It's still legal. Ibinibenta pa rin, inaalaw pa rin ng Canada. It's like, maybe... But it's not good for you. It's like smoking or is legal or marijuana is legal. But it's not good for you, right? It is the same.
Yung mga hidden agendas, they're not explaining everything.
Yun nga lang. Yun lang ang passion ko na sana reach out to the right people before they purchase this financial product.
Or kung hindi sila masyadong knowledgeable, right?
And also, the second one is sana the earlier they come here, start saving.
Yeah.
Start saving sasabihin nila, I don't have even $50 will make a difference in the future.
I agree.
When they start saving now. Because sasabihin nila, wala akong budget, $25, wala ka bang mailagay sa savings mo? I think they have $25.
It is just the action talaga. The action and the discipline that you needed talaga to pursue.
Yeah, kasi sasabihin nila, wala akong 25, wala akong my budget is tight, but you will have $25. So start early. The earlier, the better, especially the young people. It's never too early to think about retirement. Because most young people will say, I'm too young, for that.
Tama po kayo. Kasi kahit nga mag-umpisa ka sa $5, mabibuild mo yung discipline mo dun eh.
Oo, di ba?
Yun lang yun. Kasi ang discipline hindi lang nabibili yan somewhere else. It needs to start in you.
Yeah, exactly. So,
ang galing.
The earlier, the better mag-start ka, di ba? Na mag-ipon. Kasi that will also build your, as you said, discipline. And that money will grow a long way, especially if you put it in the right vehicle. And we have all these financial products here, like registered accounts that people don't know about. They should reach out to people if they don't know about it, because they can take advantage of. We have the best registered accounts in the world, like the tax-free savings account. That's the best savings account in the world. Yeah, and then Thirdly, yung sabi ko na they have to accept their situation. If they're in debt, please reach out.
Yeah.
People can, advisors can help you. Because the banks are gonna push you to be in debt. But advise as an
That's their
advisor.
business.
Yeah, that's their business. Diba?
That's their business.
They want the interest, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So, but the advisors want you to be financially free. Yeah, we don't want you to get in debt.
Or maybe to have that financial freedom and knowledge as well, right?
Yeah. Get the financial education right away because I didn't have that. Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suck at it, guys. And I learned a lot from her.
Yeah. So, yeah, they should once they get here. It's like being a new immigrant. I hope that government will continue to push that. Get financial education because it's part of being a new immigrant, like, to be successful as a new immigrant, right?
Yes, yeah. Do they cover it free po? Yung financial education?
Oh, yeah, it's free.
It's free, guys.
Yeah, it's free. It's free.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think most banks will do it also, but yeah, as a financial advisor, we do it for free.
Yeah. You just have to book appointment and just show up there and just ask questions, basically.
Ask questions. Yeah, you don't have to buy anything. We analyze your situation. You just have to be open-minded, you know. Because that's the first step, to be open-minded with your situation. And financial education is very important, and it's not being taught also in school, which is unfortunate, right?
Yeah.
It should be taught in school because it's very important. Because I don't know, maybe even our government is in debt right now, but it should be taught more.
I agree po. Yeah, sa school.
Especially for young people because they have the advantage of time.
Yes.
Right? And also one little nugget, because as a financial advisor, I also analyzing myself financially, right? Yeah. So I check my Service Canada. Everybody should check their My Service Canada. Okay. It's the amount, the pension that you will receive from the government.
Yeah.
So interestingly, I've been already paying CPP and for 26 years.
Yeah.
When I check my Service Canada, if I want to retire at age 60, I can only get 600 from the government.
Okay, yeah.
If I want to retire at 65, I can only get Canada Pension Plan $1,000. And
that's for a month.
Yeah, that's a month. I said so. And then 65, you get additional for old age if you have been here for 10 years. 800. So 1,800, is that enough? I mean,
with the inflation going on right now.
Yeah, with the inflation rate, but just look at that scenario, right?
Yes.
Most people say, oh, government will, I will just depend on government pension.
Yeah.
For when I'm 65. But it's not going to be enough if you don't have your house. Even if you have your house, you still have to pay for maintenance. Right?
Or even like the tax that you're paying.
Yeah,
like
property
tax. Yeah.
Right? Then what else? If you still have to pay rent, and then plus food expenses, other expenses comes up, right?
Yeah.
So I think the better that people realize that they have to save for like another savings for your retirement, that's the best way to, so that, because now we're living longer. Are you gonna outlive your savings, or are you just gonna depend on your pensions?
Yeah.
Which is not enough.
That's true.
What if you like traveling?
Or how can you afford it, right?
Yeah. And you will see a lot of people now in the older people still working.
Yeah.
When they should stop working and just enjoy life.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but that's also their choice. But I wish people would realize that
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have that financial education, right?
Yeah.
Earlier.
It's never too late to get a financial
I
education.
agree. Yeah. As long as you have the realization, right? And
Yeah.
acceptance.
Yeah.
Yun lang yun, guys. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, next one. Paano mo nalaman kung isang decision ay guided by fear or faith?
Yung ano, I mean, when you have a decision guided by fear, you don't have the peace of mind, di ba?
Okay,
Parang very anxious ka palagi,
Yeah.
ganun. Pero if you have faith, then more peace. Like, if
Okay.
whatever happens to that decision, you accept it. If it's a bad result or good result, you accept it. That's guided by faith for me.
Ano ang pinaka-underrated na mindset sa tingin mo? Lahat dapat matutunan lalo tungkol sa pera. Yeah.
Yeah, yun yung sinabi mo, parang sabi mo na underrated, yung parang, dito wala namang
Oh, okay.
Na-
Yung paniniwala. Yung wala namang nakukulong sa utang.
or
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
government will provide all my needs when I retire.
Okay, yung mga underrated nga.
Underrated, oo, na
Yeah.
hindi totoo yun. Like, I mean, hindi totoo yun. Kumbaga, you still have to take control of your finances. Even though there's government pension,
Yeah.
you still have to take control. You have to analyze how much you will need for
Yeah.
that 20 years after 65. If you live up to 85, you still have to know how much money you will need.
Okay. Yeah.
To-
Or you at least navigate your future.
Yeah, navigate
Ahead
your
of
future
time,
and never too early to plan for, or late to plan for retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're young, then the best, right? But if you're in the 50s or 40s, you still not too late. We
Yeah.
you still can catch up to save, right?
I agree.
Yeah, because that's very underrated, yung saving talaga. And planning for the future, underrated. Hindi a lot of people don't plan, or they just say, oh, I'm working, or I will get this, I will get that.
Yeah.
Not analyzing the future, the numbers.
Okay. Walang basis, walang data, no?
Oo, walang data. Di ba, talaga kailangan ng data. Di ba?
Oo.
Parang inaano mo lang, kinukompute mo lang sa
isip mo.
Sa isip mo.
Tapos, after 3 months, nawala na sa isip mo yan. Kasi yung mind naman is, hindi siya ganun ka, di ba, na mag-stick talaga. Some of it, like, you will forget about it.
Yeah.
At least if you have the data to back it up, then, yeah.
Simple little, lahat ng gastos mo, tapos money coming in, di ba?
And
Maganda
coming out.
talaga na nailalagay mo, kasi ngayon ko lang na-analyze yan, inaano ko lahat ng gastos, di ba?
Kung nasaan saan napupunta lahat.
Sana pupunta, tapos
That's amazing.
kung nagsisave ka ba, namomonitor mo, small consistent actions will, be very good for your financial future.
Amazing.
Yeah, sana nga.
Galing.
Yeah,
Sorry
wish ko talaga mga tao na mag-start na sila na mag-gain ng financial education and mag-save. Yun talagang
Yeah.
Kasi you never know how much you need until you
You reach that stage.
reach that stage. Yeah.
Ano ang financial myth na gusto mong sirain ngayon na nakasama sa maraming Pilipino abroad?
Financial myth.
Mm-mm.
Yun, yung financial myth na nakalimutan ko mention is, I think it's part na sasabihin nila na, the more credit cards you have, the better your credit score will be. Yung credit history mo daw, pag marami kang credit card, keep applying.
Yeah.
Yan yung advice din sa akin dati. Keep applying or increase, kung magkaroon ka ng offer.
Credits na,
credit
increase.
increase.
Yes.
Keep accepting it. That will improve your, mali yun. The best way to improve your credit score is just 60% of your credit limit. Yun lang ang i-spend mo.
60%, yes.
And then pay on time, always paying on time, will increase your credit score. The oldest credit card you have to keep that, because that will trace your history, and that will improve your credit score too. Hindi yung maraming credit. The more, the merrier.
Tapos hindi mo na mabayaran yung interest. Lagot ka na naman.
And that will also put a history in you na, bakit nag-a-apply to ng madami, di ba?
So it's not gonna be, parang hindi maganda sa mata ng bangko din, di ba?
Oo, di ba?
Okay.
Even though wala ka ng mga balance doon, pero makikita nila, she's saving it for something, right?
Yeah.
So, yun ang myth talaga. Akala ng mga tao, no, hindi, iba, may mga strategies to increase your credit score. And also, if you have a great credit score, if you apply for a mortgage, then you get a better rate, right?
Yes,
even a slight 0.5 or 0.25%, if it's a big amount, will make a great difference in your in what you will pay in interest, right?
Yes, I agree.
So, yeah, be
Kahit
mindful.
0.5 pa yan pag interest yan.
Be mindful of that kasi, maraming inyong immigrants, keep applying. No, you don't need to.
Yeah.
You can only have one credit card and that's good. That will raise up your credit score.
So, wag po kayong maniwala sa ganun.
Yun ang myth. Talagang myth yun. Sabi ko nga, sana na alam ko to dati.
Yes po. Yeah.
Pero, for your followers of the podcast,
Yes.
ngayon, ma-realize nila na there's financial myths out there. It's not always
True.
and kaya nga myth, di ba?
Yes.
But sana ma-realize nila. Sana may ma-reach out tayo, di ba?
Yes po, yeah. Yun lang po ba? Wala na pong additional na, mga haka-haka, ganyan. Especially sa mga nasa abroad.
Yung nasa abroad, akala, di ba sa atin, mga sa Pilipino, akala nila pag dito, we earn better. We earn better money here, but still we're also struggling, right?
Yes, it's not true. If you're nasa abroad ka, lahat rainbows and sunshine, lahat madali, lahat like mayaman ka na, madami ka ng pera, ganun. Hindi po yung totoo, myth din yun.
Kasi akala nila meron tayo sasakyan or we have a house. Hindi naman lahat hindi naman lahat yung may iba maraming utang, ganyan.
Yes.
So it's still struggle. It's the same in the Philippines. They're struggling.
We have our own battles and struggles.
In different perspective, di ba?
I love that. Or environment. So, yun lang, guys.
Yeah.
Right? So, if you wanna follow Miss Janet, give us your social where they can, reach out when it comes to like financial advisor, yung mga ganyan, financial education. You can reach her at...
you can reach me at Facebook with my name, Janet Covarrubias. I'm public. So, they can always reach me there or... 825-365-6399 my phone number. They can always reach me. The good thing with financial advisors, we are like good customer service. You can call us anytime. You don't have to book to talk to us. I mean,
that's so convenient.
So convenient. If you want advice, then you can just reach out. The best, acceptance and always. I want to help people. The more that I can help people, that's my only goal is really to provide financial education. If you don't buy anything, I don't really doesn't matter to me. As long as I help them with their education.
Or she give you like knowledge that's so valuable in your situation right now. I think
that's the best
already.
thing. And then I don't know, I can put I have my own website, but if they will reach out to me in Facebook, I can I'm still in I don't have Instagram. I'm in that age.
It's okay, guys, because I'll be like tagging her like with the episode, so that it's like easily na ma-message niyo po siya.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Thank you so much, Miss Janet. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I hope this podcast is helpful for you. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.